Hello everyone, welcome back. Working on the family sedan that we started building in the last episode. Got the body all together. Nice and ugly. Good for going to the grocery store. I didn't want to build all performance cars. So just kind of give you a taste of how the game is looking to be, you know, directed towards. It's not a racing game, it's a design game and a tycoon game. So let's get this thing going. I'm gonna do a transverse front-wheel drive. Not going to do all-wheel drive. Maybe in a special model we could. Of course, I'm not going to use any of these engines because I want to build one to the vehicle. So, it doesn't look like I'm going to have a lot of room. Like that is already pushing it. That's only sitting at a 2031cc, which is pretty much a 2-liter. So I'm going to try to get away with keeping it like that. I don't know if I'd be able to... I might be able to get a couple more liters out of it due to the stroke of the piston. Oh. You know what? I'm not going to push it anymore. We're going to stick to a 2.5. Everything's going to be economy driven. We will do an overhead cam. That's going to be pushing the height limit. We'll just keep it 2-valve. Head material, we'll at least go aluminum on that. I think we're going to keep everything there. I guess we'll keep the variable valve timing. Yeah. Try to pick up extra horsepower in this thing. We'll see what we get with the variable valve lift. I don't know. I actually kind of like that. I'm really hoping when the tycoon end of the game comes out and you get to, you know, make your own company name, hopefully that will fill in on that. It doesn't look 3D, so shouldn't be a problem. And we'll just keep it black, just standard thing. Of course, we are not going to turbocharge this one. I mean, I guess if we want to make a sporty family sedan, we could throw a small turbo on there for the race dads. Yeah, that would be crazy. Alright, so we don't have to worry about any other settings because that's all turbo. Definitely going to do fuel injection. We'll do kind of an old school single point electronic fuel injection. I'm really curious to see how this game is going to play out when it starts, I think in like 1940 or 1946, somewhere around that. I'm just going to have a nice old standard intake, nice and ugly. Look at that beautiful thing. We should put a race intake on that, get to the grocery store quick. Hopefully we can run this on low quality unlighted, because I'm just thinking ahead when the tycoon game, people are gonna, you know, they're probably gonna design it to where the public is looking at the cost, the upkeep, the fuel cost. So, let's see, fuel mixture. Let's see if we can get the timing up a little bit. Chances are, you know what, I'm gonna have to bring the fuel mixture up just a little bit because I'm bumping that up. I'm hoping I can at least get 6,400 RPMs out of this thing. That is beautiful. Cast log. Short cast. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, catalytic converter. 2-way. Definitely baffled. Baffled again. This thing's gonna be nice and quiet. Let's test it out. See if we get an engine that runs right off the bat. Look at that. 9.9 horsepower and it's already clanging. Engine failed due to knock. Try lowering the compression. You know what? I don't even remember screwing with the compression. You know what? I'm going to feed it a little bit more fuel. down just a tiny bit. Let me see if I can get this thing past 10 horsepower. Ah, yes, total failure. Alright, it's going to be a very low compression engine. We might have to throw a small turbo on there just to get the thing to fucking come out of the parking spot. I'm having a harder time building an economy engine than I was a high performance 900 horsepower V8. Oh, oh jeez. You know what? Let's get rid of this stuff. Now, let me see if I can get through it. Good Lord. Oh, and total failure. Let's put these back on. Put it at least in the normal section. Sound like that VVT kicking in. And I broke a crank. Jesus. Broke the connecting rod. Alright, let's do a heavy duty cast. Evidently this mean machine here has too much torque. Ugh. I cannot believe I'm having this hard of a time building a fucking piece of shit economy engine. Where's my RPMs? I mean, dude, this thing is just... This thing's a turd. Oh my gosh. I might have gone way too economy. And right there, 4,500 RPMs, the connecting rod's ready to snap on it. So what I could do is I could possibly try... You know what? Hang on here. Let's test this thing and see what kind of numbers I can get. Actually, better horsepower than I was expecting. That's not going to move that car at all. Man, that's so underpowered. Let me see something here. Well, the fuel octane rating is around where we were looking for. See if I can get this RPM limit. Just gonna push it until it breaks. So I've just bumped it up 100 RPM. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, man, why don't you just put better lower bottom end pieces in there? I'm looking at this as when the Tycoon game releases. I'm not used to just dumping tons and tons of money into an engine just to make it run. Oh, let's see. I guess it doesn't have a MPG rating on here. We have to get it into the car. I'm almost thinking about putting... Hang on here. Let me save this. We'll call it Eco for economy. Alright. Now, let's try doing a very small turbo. I want to spool up kind of quick. I'm hoping I might have to change the compression. Compression might be way too low for this. From what I remember, usually turbo engines take a lower compression. Try lowering. Oh, wow. Hold on, where am I? Compression. And I don't know if we can get any lower now. Do a 6-to-1. See, the turbo's actually restricting it now. Let's go. Well, you know what? The exhaust is probably okay. Got a sweet 9.8 horsepower at 1,000 RPM. Yeah, this turbo's actually killing it. So I think we're just gonna stick right to this. Actually, you know what? I want to try one more thing before we call it quits on this engine. Oh shit, now I'm losing horsepower. That's right, because we lowered the compression a little bit. Let me get this thing back where I need it. Even though I do have it saved, but... God, that's even worse. Alright, you know what? We're gonna back out of here. Well, maybe it wasn't worse. 86. I was thinking about trying here is... wondering if lowering the stroke would help out at all. So we gain 1/10 of a horsepower. Not cool. Hoping compression I can get back up just a little bit more. Alright. I'm screwing this thing all up now. You know what? Let's go back into it again. I Can't believe I'm blowing a whole episode trying to get an economy engine to run correctly with a decent amount of horsepower. This is fucking insane. Wow, I threw that one right in the crapper. The engine's knocking already. Well, let's try changing the cam on this. Nope. Try lowering the compression. That's just... You know what? Let me try push rod. Direct push rod engine. Pretty cool how you can see everything working here. Wow. My fucking lawnmower has more horsepower than that. I don't know what I did to drop this down. Alright, you know what? Maybe if we put better parts in it, we would have a better engine. So I think I'm going to cut it here since I'm getting my ass kicked by an economy piece of shit 4-cylinder. And we'll pick it up to do some more tweaks to this engine. Like I said, I'm just trying to make a very, very cheap built 4-cylinder. So, alright guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. Until next time.